2 minutes of showtime, folks. 2 minutes of showtime. This time I got the mute off, so I'm not going to screw that up again. Rainbow Optimist, thanks for coming into the stream tonight. And we are live. That's right. Hopefully you guys saw the alerts. I decided to do a stream tonight. A little special stream. Again, for people who've never been into this chat before, if you're catching on video on demand, thank you guys for coming along for the ride for the stream tonight. Normally, streams happen the very first Tuesday of a given month, but because of the San Diego Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con 2022 releases that completed last week, as far as recording of this stream, I figured, you know what? Let me talk about this because there's some news to talk about based on what I saw. So again, thanks for coming in the stream tonight. Glad everybody showed up. What am I drinking? We're doing some Dr. Pepper tonight. Some smaller, thin bottles of Dr. Pepper. Basically showcasing off the new Jurassic World Dominion movie, which I did see the last weekend. It wasn't that bad. It was pretty good. We have some Funko reviews in the can I'm going to be doing probably next week or two to showcase. I have at least 2 more reviews in mind. One is going to be a 10-inch pop, and the other is going to be the Raptor Assault Squad. I got Ghost, Panthera, and Tigers coming to me. I was waiting for the last of the 3 Raptor packs. I think it's called the Atriso Raptor pack. I'm waiting for that last one to come in, and then I'm going to be doing that review. Pickups, I actually picked some stuff up today before I get into my whole discussion, and they're based around the brand new Thor movie. It's Thor, Love and Thunder. We'll take a look at real quick at the Thor pop himself. Here's this guy. Pop number 1040, and of course, Mighty Thor, otherwise known as Jane Foster, which is, hey Dan, long time no see, my friend. Thanks for coming into the stream. And we have Mighty Thor here. Haven't seen Dan in here in a long time. No worries, Rainbow. It was pretty much a disaster the last stream. I had the stream running for about 5 minutes until Titus told me my mute was on, and I was talking, and all you saw was my mouth doing this. So real quick, showcasing off some of these new Thor pops. I'll probably do a review for these guys probably down the road. This is a clamshell packaging. If you've never seen a clamshell, it's held together with clips on the top and bottom. I usually don't showcase that off when I do a review, but I figured I'll show it to you guys real quick here. Here's what he looks like. He looks really good. Mighty Thor with Stormbreaker, wearing the newer outfit. He has a plug point in his back. Very similar to, let's say, Flying Pops that use this. Superman uses this all the time as his way of standing. So that's the gimmick they use there. So I do like this one. Again, he is a bobblehead. We'll probably do a review for this guy in the near future is what I'm thinking about for this one. Not a bad pop. I do like getting my hands on a Thor pop every once in a while. Since I don't have a whole lot of them, I have a few Thor pops here and there. But I figured, you know what, me and the wife are gonna get this one. I figured, you know what, why not get this one? Next is Mighty Thor. If you're not familiar, Mighty Thor, of course, is Jane Foster. There's a whole big plot point for her. I don't want to go and give any spoilers away if people don't know about the story. And the thing is, I don't read Marvel books, per se, but I know the story of the character of Mighty Thor. The whole idea of how you get a female Thor, and the idea they went about to get Jane Foster, a.k.a. the love interest for Thor, to give her Mjolnir, and there's a reason why she has it. There'll be more to it than that. She doesn't need a figure stand. You can see it in the base here. She is very, very small. She does need a figure stand. I like the sculpt. You can see that Mjolnir is basically broken, which is what we saw from Ragnarok. If you've never seen Ragnarok, it explains why the hammer is busted. Mjolnir's messed up. There's a reason for it. But I do like the sculpt for her. Again, bobblehead. We've talked about this before in the past. All Marvel pops have, because of licensing agreements, of why they have to do bobbleheads. And the same thing with mostly for Disney, or rather Star Wars. Star Wars and Marvel are the two ones you have to do bobbleheads for. So that's a thing. So I do like the sculpt. She does look great. Love what they did with her. She does need a figure stand, unfortunately, because she has a very, very small body. They usually do that with a lot of the female figures. Most of the time they need a figure stand. Long time no see, Dan. Hopefully everything's going well for you, my friend. Alrighty, so let's talk about why you guys are here. And that is the San Diego Comic-Con Funko releases for 2022. Again, drink if you just came in. We're doing some Dr. Pepper. And this is going to be a nice little 30-minute stream. I don't think the stream will be longer than that. And there's a reason for it, and it will make sense shortly why it's only a 30-minute stream and not an hour stream. Mainly because of the amount of product for San Diego Comic-Con for this year. And my main concern, so we're going to start about San Diego Comic-Con, of why I made the stream. And I looked at the release sheet. If you didn't see it yet, all of the stuff had been released. It was released in a total of 3 days for 2022. Again, this is San Diego Comic-Con. There are 3 real big conventions in the U.S. that it comes to comic conventions. And I'm talking big comic conventions, really, really large. That would be San Diego Comic-Con, which is probably the biggest, New York Comic-Con, and Emerald City Comic-Con. Those are your 3 largest conventions probably in the U.S. Yes, there are some other decent-sized ones like Dragon Con, hell, even MegaCon in Orlando this year had 150,000 people in 4 days. That's the largest it's ever pulled in. It had about the same amount of guests that came this year as it did in 2021 for New York Comic Con at 150,000. So it's very, very big for MegaCon this year. If you're not familiar, MegaCon is probably the largest Comic Con in Florida. Again, 150,000 people in 4 days. So it was a very, very big con. But the 3 largest cons in the U.S. are San Diego Comic-Con being the biggest one, New York Comic-Con basically coming pretty close to that, and Emerald City Comic-Con. And to have the largest release Comic-Con for product, I'm just talking Funko in this chat, in this stream, is pretty disappointing. That's why the thumbnail said, WTF, what the beep happened. And the reason why I'm saying that, I'm going to click over right now to my second monitor over here, and I'm going to drop in chat so you can see what we're talking about. And it's this site right here. If you want to follow along at home, you're more than welcome to. So basically, all this stuff dropped about a week ago. And I remember back in the day, in 2018, 2019, before the pandemic really kicked in, when you did con releases like this, or reveals like this, normally it would be between 7 and 10 days. It's usually between a week and sometimes 2 weeks. 2 weeks' time for full releases to drop for Funko. I'm just talking Funko. I'm not talking other companies like your Mattels, your NECAs. I'm not talking that. I'm talking straight just Funko, and normally be about 7 to 10 days. Sometimes 5 days because it's weekdays. Sometimes it'll go into 2 weeks. Sometimes it would be 10 days. Sometimes it'd be 7 days. It all depends on that convention. So here's the full release of all the product that's available for New York San Diego Comic-Con 2022. I'm going to go through them basically one by one, and I want to compare this list that you see here to the 2018 list. And the reason why I'm picking 2018 is because before all the pandemic craziness happened to us, that was the last true traditional convention that we had. And I want to compare apples to apples so you can see how much more stuff came out in 2018 than it is to 2022. Yes, because the shipping lines getting jammed because of the whole pandemic stuff, I get it. I understand. But I'm looking at it from apples to apples. And I want you to see what I'm talking about. And there's no real item on this list that really is the standout item that I would say you must have this for your collection, or if you're looking to sell something for a profit, which items I would go for. I'll give you my thoughts of what I think. Starfire does look good. Starfire does look good, Dan. I agree. The concerns I have here is if you're looking to flip it. I know that people don't like it's a dirty word, but if you're looking for an investment, I'd rather use the word investment. If you're looking for buying something and maybe holding on to it, or maybe moving it after the convention specials go through, that might be something you want to do. And there's a partial reason maybe why the list is so weak this year, and that's because they're bringing back the Funko Days. The Funko Days, they did that in 2008. I know they did it in 2018 and 2019, because I had something for the Funko Days, and they're doing a big box of fun again, like they did in those prior years. They already sold out tickets today to the show. It was $150. They're sold out. They're done. And they sold out, what I heard, pretty quickly. I wasn't there when they sold out. I didn't, because I'm not going to San Diego Comic-Con, so that's the only reason you would buy a ticket, is to go to the con. If you're at the con itself, or you're going in the San Diego Comic-Con area, then you can go to this. Basically, it's a special presentation they do. People that are big Funko maniacs that will be there, and you get a box of fun as well. And they have 4 different teams you can pick from. They're listed as, let me just pop it open here so you can see it on the screen. They're listed as, you basically get, and their big thing this year is based around black lights. They're going to be Pop Protectors, Proto-Robos, Killer Crowns, and Black Light Bandits. So you basically, when you would get involved in the Funko Day Box of Fun, you would pick a team, and that would be the team you would buy that box from. So you have one mascot, which would be probably some type of weird character, and then 3 special items underneath that. The thing is, we don't know what it has any clue about what's in one of these groups. They did a similar thing, I want to say, in 2019 they didn't do it. I think they did it in 2020 during the heights of the pandemic, I believe. They did this team thing. This is, I think, the second or third time they've done it. From what I've heard so far, I have not yet seen how they're going to be letting people buy these boxes, because these boxes are given at the Funko Days at San Diego Comic-Con, and then you could buy a box on their website. It would be a similar box, but it'd be different products. So let's say there was a group of, let's say, 30 different characters you can get at San Diego Comic-Con. You couldn't get those same 30 characters for the Funko version of that box online, for the Funko.com version. They are separate between the two. The characters didn't splash over, at least from what I've seen, for the really low piece count characters. I mean, they had ones in the 2019 box where they had a Venom Funko Freddy, which was one, I think, of 1 of 12 or 1 of 36. So the piece count was exceptionally low. So that was the gimmick they did there. I'll bring it back to where we were at. So the reason why I think this may be so weak is because they're spending a lot more effort into that Funko Fun Days and the Box of Fun. I'm guessing. I don't know. I can't say concrete that's what they're doing. So let's run down this list. So this is the 2022 shared retail exclusives. So we have stuff through Amazon, Box Lunch, Entertainment Earth, Walmart, Funko Store. So this middle portion you see here is all Funko Store. We have for your entertainments. I don't even know if that's Entertainment Earth. You have GameStop. So I guess all this right here is all GameStop. This bit here. Target has some stuff. Toy Tokyo and Hot Topic. So let's work down the list. I'll tell you what I'm going to be picking up, the pieces I'm going to get, and you might be a little bit surprised. And there's only really one item on this entire list that has a piece counted item, and it's not what you think it is. It's something that I like, and if you know me well enough, you could probably already figure out what it is. But there's only one item that contains a piece counted item. What I mean by that is it tells you specifically how many items there will be available for this particular piece. So let's work down this list here, guys. Again, if you just came into the stream, we're at this website right there. This is the list for Funko's basically SDC blog of all the products for Funko that are going to be going up for the convention and the shared exclusives as well. So the very first one we have is Unicron, who's a jumbo-sized pop. This might be a sleeper. This one I can possibly see worth some money down the road. This, if it's a jumbo-sized pop, so you're probably looking at a 6-inch pop. This one, I believe, is at the Funko store, and this one was at GameStop, so shared through GameStop as well. We have a nice G.I. Joe Serpentor as well, GameStop. So it's a Pop Retro Toys. All the G.I. Joes, and I think even the Transformers are Pop Retro Toys. Jumbo, yeah, Retro Toys. So G.I. Joe and Transformers both share the Retro Toys line right there. Then we have another one here. We have Retro Toys again. He-Man. This may be a bit of a surprise. I think this one may be a sleeper as well, the Laser Power He-Man, because you don't see that version of He-Man a whole lot, and he has a translucent sword. I can possibly see something on that one, possibly, maybe. Turtles, you have one through the Toy Tokyo website, one through Funko store itself, I believe. And they've been doing this for the last, I think, few releases of these kind of amalgams, Turtles meets Power Rangers. We have Leonardo as Billy, and we have Donatello as the Black Ranger. I'm drawing a blank on his name right now. I apologize for all the Mighty Morphin fans out there. Zach. It was Zach. So I believe when they do the Green Ranger, if they follow what I think they're going to do, because I saw the NECA version of the mashup, it's actually Shredder. So Shredder will be the Green Ranger. So that one would be definitely something I want to get myself, just because I love Green Ranger, and having a Shredder Green Ranger amalgam will be very, very cool. So if you're a fan of Power Rangers, if you're a fan of Turtles, this may be something you may like. I believe there was even a crossover in the comics. I think it was it might have been Dynamite who does the Turtles. I could be wrong on the company. But they did do a mashup with Turtles and Power Rangers, I believe. And that's what the packaging looks like for Toy Tokyo and the Donatello version. Thanks, M. Riggins, very much. We have here a Spider-Man version of Silk, a female character for Spider-Man. I don't really see this being a big seller. Maybe Miss Minutes, maybe something. The Miss Minutes looks to be glow in the dark, so usually you're throwing a larger pop here, which looks probably going to be, this may be like the either a 6-inch or a 10-inch. I can't tell because it doesn't say jumbo on it. I don't see the size, but the packaging itself maybe looks bigger. But usually when you get something with some type of gimmick attached to it, it usually is a higher in demand item. It'll have a higher price on the secondary market. We have another Loki item, He Who Remains, and we have America Chavez. I can see this one possibly doing something for the Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness because of the brand new movie. I can see this going somewhere, but I don't think it's going to be a huge mover. I don't think it's going to be. We have the new Spider-Man 2099. This is the newer suit he has from the Gameverse stuff. This I could see possibly being something, but I don't really think it will be because people like the blue and red outfit, not this one. So I could definitely see this one being not a super crazy seller, but I definitely see it. It will definitely sell out online 100%. This one I think is going to be a definite high price point item on the secondary market. Why? Because it's Pokemon and it's a metallic version of Charizard. Or actually, excuse me, Charmander. I apologize, Funko, Pokemon people. A metallic version of Charmander. So I can definitely see this one catching a high price point, especially being a metallic version. 100%. I can see this one definitely being one of those high sought after items. And this one is not limited to a particular piece count. This one was for Charmander. You were looking at for your entertainment. So I don't even know. I don't think For Your Entertainment is Entertainment Earth. I think it's something different. I think I could be wrong. It may be Entertainment Earth, but I may be incorrect there. Correct me in the comments if I'm incorrect. I'm not 100% sure if Entertainment Earth just rebranded itself to For Your Entertainment. I think they might have. But I could be wrong. So definitely, he's going to be a definite big seller, 100%. This may be another sleeper hit, mainly because the Andar coming out, they're making a TV series for Andar. If you didn't hear, Cassian Andor, the character of Andor, based on, of course, of the Rogue One movies, he's getting his own TV series as well. So if you weren't aware, now you are aware. They are doing a TV series based on the Rogue One universe, basically the prequels before the Star Wars movie. Cassian Andor is going to be in it. Will this guy be something? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But that's a pass for me. I'm not buying that. My Hero Academia has a really cool skateboard. Again, not my thing. You have Jujutsu Kaisen here. You have Attack on Titan. You have Queen Historia, people who are fans of Attack on Titan. This may be a big item for them or anime fans. This definitely is something, if you're an anime fan, I would probably jump on this. But me personally, I don't want it. I don't think it's going to be a big hit. Same thing with the Driving School Goku. They're running out of Dragon Ball versions here. They keep grasping at straws for the Dragon Ball stuff. Not a fan. Passing on that one. I like Dragon Ball. Don't like this version of Goku. My Hero Academia that has a big following too with Gran Torino here. I can see definitely something with that one for people that do like the My Hero Academia, might be interested in that. This is going to be a sleeper. The Black Chrysanthemum from the Book of Boba Fett. I definitely could see this one going for decent money. It is flocked. It's Black Chrysanthemum. People like that character. So I definitely can see this one being another one of those sleepers that people kind of might pass on. But I guarantee Star Wars fans are going to eat this up. 100%, they're going to eat this one up. I can see it going up pretty high on the first day. I have a feeling probably on the very first day, because I think this is a GameStop exclusive. Correct me if I'm wrong here. I think this one, Black Chrysanthemum, I think is a GameStop. On that one, it is, yeah, this is a GameStop one as well. So I can see Black Chrysanthemum definitely catching big price. I think that one probably in a span of probably the first day, probably be at least $50 to $75 right out the gate for the shared version, for this version here, not the con version. Because remember, you have the con versions as well as the shared versions. So the difference is going to be the sticker. But I definitely can see that one 100%. Being there. This one, the Purge Trooper, I think is going to catch money too, mainly because it's limited to 1 per person. So this one, Black Chrysanthemum here, was limited to 2 per person. This one is 1 per person, and with the Funko sticker, I can see this one going up. I don't know why. I think this is another sleeper, but I don't think it's going to be the big money one. So I think so far, if you said big money, it's definitely going to be Black Chrysanthemum. It's definitely going to be Charmander. It's definitely going to be probably Unicron. Those are the 3 so far. You have some more anime stuff here. We have the Boruto. I'm not sure what that's from. It sounds like Naruto, but maybe this is something. Yeah, it looks like Naruto. So I know what Boruto is. So again, I'm not following newer anime stuff. I don't know. If you do, hit me up in the comment section or video on demand on the comments. Let me know. I have no clue about this sort of stuff. No clue. Demon Slayer. I know it's a very popular anime here. We have Enmu. It would attract the people who are into anime. I don't see it being a huge money seller as far as huge flipping value on the secondary market. This one's going to be a sleeper. 100%. The Batman Penguin with a duck ride is definitely going to be worth something. If this was flocked, if the duck was flocked, this would probably be $75 right out the gate. If this was flocked, because now you have a gimmick, and you have people who love the Batman Returns stuff. I could see this being big money here. I'm gonna guess, and this is a pop ride, so you should be able to take Penguin out of the pop ride. So this is probably going to be about this big. It's going to be decent sized. This one is going to be another one of the expensive ones. I can tell you right now, if you're looking to probably buy it and flipping it, definitely this is the way to go. 100%. Dan talked about Starfire. She's looking good here. I do like the pose. I could definitely see her, especially for Justice League. I don't know if she's going to be a big money seller, but definitely probably going with the new season of Titans down the road here. I can see basically something going for her, but I don't see a huge amount of value. This is the guy that's the sleeper. 100%, I can tell you right now, day one, this soda right now, probably for the standard version, is going to be up probably between $75 and $100. I guarantee you that, because it's limited to 5,000, and it's Larfleeze. I got to get it because it's Larfleeze. It's Larfleeze. If you know about Green Lantern, 100% Larfleeze. Got to get it. It's something that I personally think definitely needs to be purchased. Definitely. 100%. And again, low piece count. There is a chase, if you're not familiar. People may not like anime Rainbow. It's personal taste, but it is a huge fan following. The reason why I think Larfleeze is going to be so well, again, it's 5,000 piece count. That's listed as 5,000. They screwed up last time when they had a soda. I think it was a Disney soda, and they goofed up the piece count there. It was all screwed up. This shows 5,000 pieces. Shows 5,000 on the can. So this one, and the Chase version is just going to be awesome because he glows in the dark and he's holding the lantern. I would take either version of this. The Chase one is going to be stupid money. The Chase one, probably the standard version, you're probably looking at about $75 for the standard version. But I would say between 60 and 75. That comfortably. I think comfortably saying 60, 75. The Chase, you're probably looking at, I want to say, $100. I think it's going to be $100 because the piece count is low and we don't get a lot of Green Lantern characters. And this is the very first Larfleeze. They have not made any other Larfleezes for Funko in any stretch yet, in any design. They might have made a mini mystery, a mini mystery figure, but nothing in a bigger scale and nothing as a soda, ever. This is the one to keep your eyes open. This is going to be the big money one, guarantee you. And it's going to be limited one per household. One per household, and I guarantee you it's gonna sell out quick, super quick. And I think this is only on the web, I believe. I think it's only on the web. I want to stay corrected here if I'm wrong. Yes, it's only on Funko Store. That's only available on the Funko Store for the Larfleeze. But definitely keep your eyes open for Larfleeze. He's going to be worth money, 100%. Then we have another soda here. Again, this is a 15,000 piece item. This one also is going to be worth money, but it's not going to be Larfleeze money. You have a normal Star-Lord and the Chase here. It's going to be good, but it's not going to be Larfleeze good. Just so you know that now. We have another soda here. This is Hatsune Miku. Again, anime, 7,500. Yep. Of course, Jackie, of course. Hatsune Miku has a huge fan following for anime. She's limited to 7,500 pieces, so her piece count is not as low as Larfleeze. She's going to be up there, but she's not going to be Larfleeze up there. I guarantee you that. Another soda. We have a lot of sodas in this one, guys. We have Bilbo Baggins here. Huge Hobbit fans. There's a massive Hobbit resurgence that are happening this day and age. People love Tolkien stuff. Limited to 10,000 pieces. It's going to be worth money, but not Larfleeze money, just because of scarcity. Not necessarily the character himself. It's just because they have half the amount of product. It's going to be how hard and what are you willing to pay to get those items. That's the idea. So that's Bilbo Baggins on that one. We have another soda here. I didn't realize how many sodas we had. Huckleberry Hound, limited to 5,000. This is going to be another one of those big Chase ones, and this is a black light. So not only this one may be even better than Larfleeze, because not only is it a older school cartoon character, I actually own one soda, and he's this one right here. It's Green Lantern. Normal version of Green Lantern. And he was limited to 12,500 pieces on that one. And there's a Chase of White Lantern, Hal. This one is because it's not only a short piece count, but it's going to be black lighted as well. So I could definitely see. Of course. Absolutely, Rainbow. And that's the perfect oath for him. So yeah, Blacklight, Huckleberry Hound, 5,000 pieces. This will be bigger than the Larfleeze. I didn't notice it was a Blacklight before this. I would say Larfleeze would have blew it out of the water. But this being a Blacklight as well, I think it's going to have a higher price point than Larfleeze. More sodas. Autos. This is limited to 7,500. As you notice, we've gone through 4 or 5 sodas back to back, 6 sodas back to back. Of these, there's I think 30. I think I counted those 35 items total. At least 6 or 7 of these are all just sodas right now. So you have the autos here, which is I think a Funko gimmick they've used before. And that one's limited to 7,500. Then you have the Funkoville shirts. Their big gimmick is like this Funko Town they have. They have a video. If you go to Funko's site and go to the San Diego Comic-Con stuff, they show this Funko Town of different areas. I think they even purchased a company called Mondo now, which is they deal with records and posters. So they're now getting into the record game and the poster game as well. Then they have Sonic. This is going to be big because Sonic had a resurgence. Definitely I can see this one getting big money. And he glows in the dark. there's no limited piece count on him, so he's not going to be short as far as product goes. It's not going to be, oh, there's only 10,000 products, 15,000 products. We don't know how many products are available for him, but I definitely see the Sonic or Super Sonic right here. They actually call it Supersonic, which is, of course, a take of Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan version of Goku. That's why Sonic looks like this. If you're going to ask why he looks like that, that's why he looks like that. Bambi, people love Bambi. People love Disney. I can see this one catching money, but not a whole lot. Stranger Things has a new season coming out, season 4. I've watched season 4 already up to the last episodes. There's 2 that haven't dropped yet. They're dropping in July. If you've never watched Stranger Things season 4, highly, highly recommend it. It's a prequel to basically season 1. It fills in a lot of gaps, but I would follow them in season order. Watch 1, 2, and 3. 1 was better than 2. 2 was all right. 2 was way better than 3. 3 was not a very good season, in my personal opinion. Didn't like it as much. But this was kind of cool because I believe you get the Demogorgon and the Loungefly mini backpack. So you get a glow-in-the-dark Demogorgon and the backpack. And they might do it, well, I thought they would do it similar because they had a Lilo and Stitch one in the middle cockpit, or actually R2-D2, it had a middle of a center, like that, like an X-Wing. You could put R2-D2 into it. This is just another version of the Demogorgon here. And then we have Ted Lasso. I don't know about the show, have no clue what he's all about. We have Squid Game, so you have the Young He doll, which is the red light, yellow light, green light that happens during the very first game of the Squid Games. And this is the machine gun doll, or actually the machine gun operator who's talking about the red light, yellow light, green light. So if you've never seen Squid Games, highly recommend that show. Great show on Netflix. Peacemaker, probably a pass for me. I already have a Peacemaker, and I want to pick up Peacemaker holding Eagly, which has just come out. I haven't got my hands on one yet, which you definitely know. As soon as I get it, will probably be reviewed. But this Peacemaker doing the peace sign, I do like that one. Looks pretty good. And then this is going to be a sleeper. So you guys know now, my wife got me into watching Friends. We're up to season 6 right now as far as recording of this video on the video on demand and the stream. So I don't know much about Huggsy the Penguin yet. I've seen Joey holding him one time, but they finally came out with Huggsy the Penguin. This, I think, can right now be another sleeper. People are not expecting this one. I definitely could see this one catching money on the secondary market, 100%. Friends Pop on the secondary market, because a lot of stuff are vaulted, is an extreme amount of value. I've seen some of the Ross Pops, some of the Rachel Pops, $60, $70, $80. So I could definitely see down the line, if you don't sell it right now and hold on to it, it will definitely rise in price down the line. 100%. New South Park, we have a Tron version or digital stand version here. This one is nice gimmicked. It is glow in the dark. We have a lot of gimmicks in this release as well. Flocked, glow in the dark. So definitely, if you're a fan of South Park, you might want this one. We have another Parks and Recreation. No clue about Jeremy Jam. Have no clue about that guy. You have the Rocker Toucan. They did another Toucan, I think, last year as well, or the year before. So this one, you have one with a sword, a pirate version with the with the San Diego Comic-Con on his pirate hat and on the logo right here of the box. And he's jamming out. He's holding his foot on top of the San Diego Comic-Con cube as well for the Toucan. So, yeah. So, both those guys were added there. The Moon Knight, you have the, for the Moon Knight show that came out, Scarlet Scarab, which is her right here. And that's it for 2022. Let me swing over now to what I was going to talk about here is the comparison. And that is San Diego Comic-Con 2018. And the reason why I'm talking about this, I'm going to compare, as I mentioned, apples to apples. So what I'm looking at now is the 2018 version on Funko's website of the shared exclusives. And you can tell just by looking here how much more product they had compared to the prior year, to 2022. I think I counted up, not going down further into like EMP and Smiths and SNSA France. I'm not going there. I'm stopping where it says, not even international shared exclusive. I'm stopping at Walmart right here. Even from there, there's way more product. I think I counted 65 pieces to 32. So you had double the amount of product in 2018 than we have in 2022. And that's why I said I don't understand why there's not a lot of product for this year. It doesn't make sense. Unless they're holding off all their big guns for the Funko get-together at the show and the Funko Box of Fun. Maybe that's where they're holding back the big products, the big items. Could be, because they do a lot of Freddy Funkos for those Funko boxes, the Box of Fun. And I even did one myself. I did one in 2019. I did a video on the channel if you take a look for Tiki. Actually, just look up Funko Big Box of Fun. You'll find it there as me holding a Tiki idol. That was the 2019's version, was a Tiki idol. But there's way more product in 2018 than was in 2022. I mean, even if you look just at the Funko store itself, that's just Funko. Yes, there's 4 different versions of Banana Splits for different characters, but we got just a ton more product. GameStop had just, alone they had 2, 4, 6, 8, they had 9 pieces. Just there's a lot more product in 2018 than there was in 2022. And why? I'm not sure. I can't say the reason why. Were they holding off because of the Funko's for the Funko Day? And it's supposed to again be based around Blacklight. So we're going to see probably a lot of Blacklight pops for that exclusive day, and probably in the Big Box of Fun as well. There'll probably at least one. I want to get probably at least one Blacklight per box. I'm guessing. I don't know. There's not a lot of details right now, but that's what I'm thinking right now. So I'm going to switch back over to my main camera right now. Hold on. Whoop, there we go. Boom. So that's what I think they're going to do. It might be rainbow. It may be quality over quantity. I don't know. But I find it a little bit odd that they did that this year. It's a bit weird that they decided to go that route. Not sure why. Not sure why at all. Why did they decided to go in that direction? I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's really weird why they decided to do that. It seems a bit off. My personal opinion. Something seems a bit off in this year's convention, as far as these releases go. Not quite sure. Don't know. But I wanted to bring this to everybody's attention because I wanted you to see all the releases for Funko they had for this year. This is going to be happening the week of Comic-Con, of Funko Comic-Con, or rather, excuse me, San Diego Comic-Con. So whatever that week leading up to the con will be. So if the con is on a Thursday, they'll drop these on a Thursday. I would highly recommend, there is a site I use on Facebook a lot for the Funko Pop Hunters. Definitely follow them. They're probably the predominant. They used to do a lot of YouTube stuff. I basically learned shooting content from them. They don't know this. But I kind of got into doing Funko based on watching their videos. And that's why I started building my own audience and learning from them. But on Facebook, they probably have the largest Funko following that will basically give you up-to-date information as it happens. So I highly recommend tracking them down on the Facebook page for Funko Pop Hunters. I definitely do still like their stuff. I still follow them to this day. If new stuff drops, I always take a look at Facebook for the Funko Pop Hunters because I always want to make sure what they have going on. If there's new things I need to know about, and like even these releases here that I didn't even know that was happening, I found out through them. So I'm very happy. That did happen. I do have a new Green Lantern shirt the wife got for me, new Kyle Rayner shirt, so very happy about that. So yeah, so that's everything for today, guys. I'm going to wrap up the stream now. Ran a little longer than I expected. I was hoping for 30 minutes. I am kind of long in the tooth right now. I'm rambling a little bit. But that's everything. I want to thank everybody who came into the stream tonight. Again, I wanted to show you the 2022 stuff against the 2018 stuff to see how much more they had back then. And that was before all the pandemic stuff happened. Even in 2021 and 2022 for the virtual con. No problem, Loves Rules. That's Titus. Even though we had the pandemic, we had the virtual con stuff. They still had, I want to say, as much or if not more product than they have now on a year where the pandemic, we're on the backside of the pandemic right now, and this is when you expect, and the mask regulations are off right now, so you can go to movie theaters, you can go to comic conventions. You don't need to have a mask on these big events anymore. You can go to concerts. You don't need a mask. So that's basically the first kind of back to normalcy that we've had on big scale events. So why didn't they go all out? I don't know. I can't tell you the reason why. It doesn't make sense to me. You think they would go all out for this kind of return to the convention experience. Why? I don't know. I'm hoping if things go according to plan, kind of a little sneak preview, if things go according to plan in 2023, I'm going to be going to New York Comic Con. We're working on to put together a trip as our 30-year wedding anniversary then to go to New York Comic Con. I want to check it off the bucket list. I would rather go to San Diego Comic Con, 100%. San Diego Comic Con would be a dream. But New York Comic Con is one of the largest conventions in the U.S. I've never been there. I want to go to a big, big con. I've been to MegaCon. I've been to SuperCon, been to MegaCon. I've never been to a con that large. I want to do there. I'm going to 100% shoot content. If I go to New York Comic Con, there's going to be just like the MegaCon video. I'm going to walk the show floor shooting content. I want to give the New York Con experience to someone who can't be there. Like I will be there. I want to give that experience. I want to shoot everything. Booths, people, cosplayers. I'm not going to shoot it like with sound and video like I did in my old videos. It'll be like that MegaCon video. So keep your eyes open. Next year in October, I hope to go to New York Comic Con 2023. I would love to do that. I've talked to people about doing a Patreon. I don't want to do a Patreon. I've talked about it before. I know people would probably give to me, but I don't want to go that route. My channel's not big enough to do something like that, to do Patreon. That means I'd have to make extra content, give perks and bonuses. Again, I'm a one-man operation. Everything you see, all that product behind me, everything you see in this room is stuff I purchased or have been given as gifts. I don't have the time or money to do that. And I don't want to make additional things when it comes to Patreon to give expectations out to put even more content out. If I was doing this as my only form of income and tried to make it a job, different story. But right now I can't do that. So right now, it is what it is. So I want to give you guys kind of the upcoming information of 411. We're going to get some new Jurassic Park videos, Jurassic World videos coming down the pike. We're still going to do the Canterbury statue review. I haven't done it yet, but a lot of stuff coming in the near future. Keep your eyes open for more content. And as always, I want to thank everybody who tuned in today for this special stream, special 9 p.m. stream. Again, I want to talk about the San Diego Comic-Con 2022 releases, what they were, what I think the big money pops are going to be. Those soda pops, the Huckleberry Hound and the Larfleeze, are going to be the big sellers because the piece counts are low. So definitely keep your eyes on those two guys. More than anything else, get those. And again, I want to thank everybody who came into the stream tonight. And be canceling the stream right now, guys, at 9:40 Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for everyone who came in. Take care, guys. I'm hitting it in 3, 2, 1. Take care, guys. Have a nice